Hey everybody, sorry, I am totally unscheduled, unexpected to be here, and I apologize for that, but I have spent this week trying to get organized and posted my schedule, my class schedule for September and October. It is on my website, my demonstrator website. You can access it here. I've also created events in the Facebook page, which is where I am right now, and I'll share those to the group in a bit so that you can see what's going on. And I have some specialty classes that I want to add as well. Today is the day that the holiday catalog went live, so that's very exciting. We can all order from that now. Although as a demonstrator, I was able to order last month, and I've ordered, quite a good selection. You can also start redeeming your bonus coupons. So if you placed orders greater than $50 in August, then you received an email with bonus coupons for $5 that you can use in September. So I hope you had a chance to notice also that I have been posting a featured product of the week as well as a deal of the week for the last few weeks, and all with the intention of being more consistent in how I serve you. And so you'll see on Monday there should be a post with a featured product each week, and then on Tuesday there should be a deal posted. I'll let you know each week on the day that I'm going to be placing an order so that you can jump in and get your orders if you haven't already. There is a host code that will be posted each week as well. And then I'll do a Facebook Live. I think Wednesdays generally at 4 p.m. Central is the day that's going to work, the day and time that's going to work. If that changes, and it will, because I have some travel coming up, but when it changes, I will give you as much advance notice as I can to that. And I think that's all that I needed to tell you, except that I have taken the approach. With the product of the week, it gave me a chance to implement something that a friend of mine does. I don't know that she does recognize that she does it, but Hope Hardy is very diligent in working with each product that she has. Last year, she actually started with the holiday catalog, started with page 1, and she went page by page, and as she came across a product that she had, then she made some projects with it, and then she moved on to the next one. So having a product of the week that's coming up has helped me know what I need to be preparing ahead of time. So I really like this method, and I hope that I can maintain it. So let me show you what I have here on my desk. So, okay. So let me make sure I've got that right. I use a software program called Ecamm that shoots what you're seeing of me through my laptop, and then it has a shared. Then it is able to pull from my phone up here and show you what's on my desktop. But it changes kind of with some regularity, and I'm not always sure that I've got it up to date and I'm doing it the right way. So let me get rid of my website display for a few minutes. I think my face is out of the way. Can I look at this? Okay. Maybe if I do that. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Shoot. But now you're seeing a picture in a picture. I hope that's not the way it looks, but I think it might be. Crud. Oh, I never should have said it. I jinxed myself. And I'm looking at 3 different things. Hold on. Okay, that's me, right? That's just me. That should be my screen. Okay. I think that's right. I clicked too many times. Okay, so what you're seeing, this is page 45 of the holiday catalog, and this week's featured product is the Falling for Leaves bundle. And I've had so much fun looking at all of these and making different projects with it. And before I get too far, I want to show you where a lot of my inspiration comes and show you how you can go to the same places that I do. So I have on Pinterest, I have boards set up for, I have a board set up for the holiday catalog called 2018 Stampin' Up! Holiday Catalog. And then within that, I have sections divided out for the different suites or stamp sets. And so Falling for Leaves is here. And so then I have all of these projects pinned that they're just beautiful. Some of them I have recreated as closely as I can, and some of them are, I don't know, kind of a place to start. But most often I start with creating something as closely as I recognize it, and then I might move from there. So let me get that out of the way and go back to my desktop and show you. So this is the product we're going to work with. Over here on my right, I have the Stampin' Blends. I didn't realize when I first looked at the holiday catalog that there were actually new Stampin' Blends combinations in the holiday catalog. And so I didn't order them right away. And so I want to make sure that I mention them to you so that you recognize that right off the bat. So we have Basic Black now. And let me refresh. We have Blackberry Bliss, Cajun Craze, Shaded Spruce. Then this one is Mango Melody, and then Real Red. So this is awesome. We had Cherry Cobbler before. Now we have Real Red as well, and I think Lovely Lipstick. So we've got some great reds in the blends now. So I'm going to get these out of the way because I'm not using them for this particular project. We're actually going to do something that I haven't done. I just have it in my head, which is a little scary. Kind of seems to be frozen over there. So here's our product that we're working with. The bundle is $44 and has the thinlits and the stamps. And the thinlits have got, so they have the outline of that detailed leaf as well as the detail itself. And the same thing with one of the leaf stamps. You've got or with that shape, you've got an outline, and then you have something that's more detailed as well. And then this border, I've done a couple of cards with this, and it's really, really pretty. And so let me just show you what I've created, and then I'll show you what I have in my head that we're going to try today. You know, I had some issues last week struggling with how I wanted to finish off that card, and I haven't gone back to it yet. So I owe you some pictures there. So let me show you some of the cards I have. And I think I have, let me just take this one out. I've tried to indicate where I cased this from, where I got the idea. This one, I don't know if you can see the texture. After I cut this out with the Big Shot, I ran it through the Subtles embossing folder and got that interesting little texture to it. And I can't see. I think this is someone that's on the Pinterest page. So if you're there, you'll find it there, and then I can try and come back. This card is so, so beautiful. This is Mary Dethridge, I think is how you say her name. I love hers. And there's an Amy, somebody else that I like a lot that I find on Pinterest. So this card is not difficult, but it does have several steps. So this starts with a Mary Merlot card base, and then a crushed curry layer, And if you want to save some cardstock, you could take these crushed curry leaves from that layer, because it's hidden, right? It's not visible. It's not visible from the inside, and it's got a layer on top of it, so saves you a little cardstock if you want to do that. After I cut those out of the Big Shot, then I ran them through the tin. Well, let me grab it. This embossing folder that looks like the old tin tiles. So it gave it that texture. And then I took a sponge and sponged over it in crushed curry. Then the detailed leaves are in Mary Merlot. And then the detailed leaf stems, they're all leaves, aren't they, is in a glimmer paper that's in the holiday catalog. So it is, this is the package. It's a 6x6 package, and it has these gorgeous colors for all of our fall and holiday projects. And so that's what I cut those out from the Big Shot. Harvest of Thanks is a stamp that's in this stamp set. This layer is this galvanized looking paper, special paper that's in the holiday catalog as well, and ran it through that same embossing folder that looks like the tin. And then I sponged over top of it with gray granite, the new ink that came out this summer. This ribbon, this gorgeous ribbon, and we're going to use this on our project too, is a Mary Merlot and copper look, very shimmery. It's just beautiful. And then Mary had also decorated the back of her envelope, so I was very inspired by that. Then this, I just love the colors, and this shows you that that one die in the bundle in the framelits. So really pretty. Again, I think this is Fresh Fig, Bermuda Bay, and a crushed curry, those colors. And then these two are all stamping. There's no embossing, no framelits, no layers to it, and they're on note cards. So really quick little cards that you can whip up. These were taken from a Japanese demonstrator, had posted these on Facebook, and I just thought they were so pretty, and it's nice sometimes to work on something that's just quick stamping. This card has copper foil used on it. So this is very vanilla card base and layer. Then that layer is run through that embossing folder. Then this detailed leaf is the copper foil paper. Then this element, this copper element, I believe that's from the annual catalog. Burlap ribbon. This is just the outside. I actually cut both of these together. I put those two framelits on top of each other and used a Post-it note to hold them in place so that I got this nice even border. And then the Thinking of You with a Grateful Heart I stamped in Versamark ink and then embossed in copper embossing powder. So really pretty elegant there. And then this is, again, the background is from Touches of Texture. I believe I used a few of the different texture stamps that we have to create this crushed curry background. And then these little rhinestones are from, what is this called? The faceted dots that come in the multicolors. And then there's a pearlized doily, a layer of vellum, that solid leaf in vellum. The detail, this is actually in a piece of Designer Series paper, so it kind of gives it an interesting little texture look to it. I think you can see the vellum when I lift that up as well. And then this ribbon is in that's the trio, the pack of 3 from the Nature's Twine in the actually package of 4 different colors from the Rooted in Nature suite. I don't know that I said that quite right. But anyway, so crushed curry and then fresh fig. We're going to say it's fresh fig. I'm pretty sure it's fresh fig for that one. And then this one you might have seen, I was showing you some of the color. I did color this with my Stampin' Blends, just playing around with different combinations. This is a, let's see what card base this is. So it's a crumb cake card base, and then a white layer. I apologize, the lighting is terrible in here today. It's very overcast. Then crumb cake ribbon. I used this edge, and then this is a, I just stamped the hardwood stamp to get this wood grain background. So very, very fun. And that is from Chris Smith, also someone I like to get great ideas from. And then this, I just think, you know, it's still summer here in Tennessee. I don't care what they say. It is hot. And so I just love this. Makes me think of summer. These beautiful leaves stamped as the background. This from the, stitched, it's not stitch shaped, stitch labels, framelits, I think. And then this fun gingham ribbon. So very bright. I used So Saffron Yellow and Night of Navy on that card. So those are the ones that I have made so far. I will take photos and post the photos as well. The card that I want to make today, I don't know whether I should show you the card or we should make it and then we should just compare notes. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I have a Mary Merlot card base cut at 4.5 by 11 and then scored at 4.25 by 11 and then scored at 5.5 and folded over. You could just as easily do this in the 5.5 by 8.5 and then score at 4.25. So it is so it opens like this. I find for photographing the cards, sometimes they have the tent shape is a little easier. So that's why I've done that here. Then I have a white, that's the wrong size. Okay, then I have a white, Whisper White layer that we're going to stamp on. And then I have some shapes that I've already cut. So I've cut 2 detailed leaves from that glimmer paper that I showed you. And I've got 2 crushed curry leaves. That's so that we can try a couple of different ways here. So first thing I'm going to do is stamp on this white layer in Mary Merlot. Press that out of the way. And we're going to use this new background stamp, Buffalo Check. This is so, so cool. So, and I haven't even used it yet, as you can tell. Let me peel that off, get it out of the way. And then I am going to mount this on my clear block. Although, actually, you know what? I wonder if it would be easier to just mount it, to line it up on my board here that's got a grid. I think that should work okay. And then I'm going to use my Mary Merlot. I'm almost out of the frame on it. Let's see if I can take it that way. Okay. So with background stamps, I think it's easier because my hands are small. Holding this is challenging to work with. And you could do this on your Stamparatus. That would certainly work too. And we're going to use the Stamparatus in just a moment for another phase of this. So I'm just inking this up with my Mary Merlot ink. And then, and this is, I can't wait. All right, so then I'm going to place this carefully. I want to line it up as much as I can. And then I just need a scratch paper. To just give it a good rub. Can you all believe how brave I'm getting? Trying this. Oh, how beautiful is that? I just just love it. Okay, so I'm going to set that right there for a moment. Get my chamois out to clean off my stamp. And then I'll get it out of the way. There's a new product, or new to me product. There's a called Shimmer Paint in the holiday catalog. And I think that Stampin' Up! Had something, maybe had something very similar to this, maybe had different colors in the past, but they haven't had any in the time that I've been stamping. So they're new to me. But it looks like in the sample I saw that that is what she used to stamp on top of this crushed curry. So I'm going to use the Stamparatus. So I've already cut this out, right? So I need to, and this is the Falling Leaves stamps are photopolymer. And I've already lost them. So I need the foam mat that comes with the Stamparatus. And then I did purchase from Stampin' Storage this extra magnetic board that I put on top. It just gives it a little extra lift. And then I don't need, well, I'll put this down. I don't think I need it, but it won't hurt to have it. Then I'm going to get one of my magnets to hold this in place. This is kind of a template, a puzzle, if you will. So I'll put this down, and then I'm going to put one of my leaves, fit it inside the puzzle. Oh, I skipped a step. I'm rusty. I need to see. I need to put my stamp down first. So I'm just going to let my stamp get it lined up. Hopefully my head's not in the middle of the screen. Okay, so that's where the stamp needs to go. Now I'm going to pick up the stamp. And now I can put this down. Now, before I stamp, I want to be sure that I'm ready to use the shimmer paint. So I have the Champagne Mist. There are, I think there are 4 different colors of the shimmer paint, and I, so far, have only gotten the Champagne Mist and Frost White. And I'm sorry, I didn't realize that it was going to have all of this packaging, or I would have prepared a little bit better. I believe it was Jackie that I saw from Canada that did some shimmer white, or not, did some shimmer paint. And what she did, well, I don't know if it needs to be shaken up or not, but it won't hurt, right? Shake it up. And I'm guessing, since I can hear that little ball in there, that it probably does. And actually, yes, what I remember is then that gives me a little paint in the cap that will fit a sponge dauber. Okay, here are my sponge daubers. So here's a sponge dauber. These come in a pack of 5. Great to have for these types of projects. Now, so I'm going to ink up my stamp. Now, when you've got your Stamparatus, put something underneath, like a stamp case, when you get ready to ink it up, and that way you're not pressing your plate. You're not forcing it farther than the hinge needs to go. So I'm going to ink this up with Mary Merlot. And remember, this is an experiment, okay? If this goes south, we're going to use one of the pre-cut glimmer images. Okay, so give this a good press. So that's pretty. Now, I'm going to take my sponge dauber and daub it right on top of, so I might have needed to clean off my stamp before I did this, because now I've got a little ink in the cap. Okay, so experiment here, right? So now that we know that, well, okay. So I'm just going to ink up a little bit more. I don't know if you have to huff on this. I don't know how long it takes to dry. So some of you may have used this in the past. So I'm going to go pretty quickly now and try and cover this up. I can see that there's a little shimmer on my stamp. Let's see if that does anything to our image. We can always add more layers. Oh, it does. Oh, wow. Okay. So I'm going to do that again. Let's do another layer of it and get it a little more shimmer, and maybe even add just a touch more to the cap. So this is like Stella, a little turbocharged. We all know I love Stella, and I don't want it to have so much that it's dripping. Okay. And come down. That's okay. Wow, this is, oh, can you see the, oh yeah, you can see that, can you pick up the shimmer a little bit there? I think you can. So it's a little subtle. So, I mean, you could paint over the Stella, over your lines, but I don't know that you'd get anything this precise, because it's literally just on the stamped image. So, forgot about that. I don't know how long that's going to take to dry question I had. All right, let me set the stamp apparatus aside, and then let's see if we can't put this together. All right, so here is our card base and our Mary Merlot Buffalo check. Goobers on my glue, my Tombow. Now remember, I like to use Tombow for this because it gives me some wiggle room that I don't think I have with some of the other adhesives. Now I just realized that doing this, I missed my opportunity to do a cheater bow. Nuts. That's okay. I guess I still can do it. Just going to have to be a little strategic about it. Bear with me a second. So I think I can have an opportunity to tie it, to hide it underneath embellishment. I don't know. I might have to just actually tie one. Oh, gosh. It scares me more than you know. Anybody else afraid of bows? Forget dolls and clowns. Bows are the scary thing. Alright, I'm going for it. I think I want it to be over here now. Someone said, I think it was Julie Salva, it said, do it at a cross and come through. Oh, wow, maybe that's not too bad. Okay, this must be really good ribbon, because I think that is okay. Now, okay, let's cut it and see. Okay, so there's our ribbon. Doesn't want to slide for me. I'm going to put dimensionals on this, and then we will stamp sentiment. So, yep, I'm just using the edges around a sheet of mini dimensionals. But I think what else have I not told you? I do have a few other products I'm going to show you that I have up here from the holiday catalog. I've got the enamel dots that are the free with a purchase that you can get. So if you spend $50 this week in an order, then I will send you a package of these epoxy dots, I think they're called. No, they're not called that. Okay, so where is... Oh, I lost it. No, I did. Okay. I feel like it needs to come at an angle. And then we're going to stamp the word thankful. I don't think that's the piece I had set out to stamp that. Okay, I left out one block. Here. Okay, so now to get your, if you're not using the Stamparatus and you want to some help lining up your words, this is what I do. So I've got grid paper or a surface underneath. I've lined up the bottom of the word. Really can do this very well on photopolymer stamps. And then I pick it up. I line up the edge of the block with one of those lines as well. It might give me a head start anyway. Now, I'm going to stamp. Yep, I think that's good. Stamp this in very low. There we go, how pretty. And you could flag this. I've used dimensionals on it as well. And I don't really want to block all the ribbon. Well, if you want it to stick, you do have to pick off the back of it off. And this may be poorly placed because I think it's sticking to the ribbon itself. So, there you go. I might need to fuss with it a little bit more, but my ribbon is way too long. But there you have it. So I've got some shimmer, used the buffalo check, this really pretty Mary Merlot ribbon. I like it. I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think, and if you would have done something different, let me know that too, because you guys are usually way more creative than I am. I don't have that model in front of me that I took that from, so I can't show you. Look at these. Let's open them up. These little copper guys, I think they're going to be so fun on some packages and tags. They're little snowflakes and stars. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't wait. So so the package has, let's see, well, 2 more that I didn't pull out. I don't think it tells me. 12 snowflakes and stars in the package. They come pre-tangled, so you don't have to do that yourself. How cool are they? I showed you the shimmer paint that I have up here, and then where are the, oh, come on. It was so organized. Here, there. Okay, so these are the free with a purchase. These are called Frosted and Clear Epoxy Droplets. I haven't used these on a project yet, so I need to do that this week so I can show you what they look like too. So, okay, so you can kind of tell that this is the frosted, so it's got a more opaque to it. And this is almost looks like a rhinestone, except it's a bubble. I love the texture of that. That's so cool. Very smooth. Looks like 2 different sizes of each. And so if you place an order with me this week, I will send those to you. Now, I am working to build up my followers. I would love if you found this video helpful, if you would take a moment and share it. I'd appreciate that. If you have any questions or ideas, please leave those in the comments too, and I'll do my best to respond and find answers for you. If you don't have a holiday catalog yet and you don't have a demonstrator to get one from, let me know and I will send you a catalog. You're always, if you're local and you want to pick one up here at my house, that's great too. Be on the lookout for my my class schedule that's posted in the events. And if, oh, I lost my thought. I do have a newsletter that I send out no more than once a week usually. If you would like to be included in that, if you would either leave your email in the comments or send me a private message to make sure that you're on that email list. I email out my class schedule and other upcoming events and photos and such, the happenings around my stamp table. So thank you so much for being here today and your patience as I try and figure out what is a schedule that works for me to do Facebook Lives, and I can't wait to hear from you. Check back next week when we will be looking at the Country Home Suite. Yep, use some Stampin' Blends on this, use the Stamparatus, some new ribbon. It's a very, very pretty suite. So I can't wait to see you again soon. Bye-bye.